Hi, today I want to talk to you about the differences between watching TV on my laptop and watching TV on the portable DVD player. Now, I did purchase one of these for the portable DVD player. There's a huge difference. We have an RCA antenna over here. Do not buy one of those. They suck. They're just really bad. When I had the RCA antenna hooked up, that box would not pick up a single channel. Now, I did hook up the antenna up that I have on my laptop, and it picked up 3 channels, and it's right here. Now, I unhooked my girlfriend's TV, did a channel scan. Her antenna's way up there in the corner. Whatever you do, do not buy one of these RCA antennas. They stink. But if you want to watch TV, well, we have a few choices here. A couple choices. Now, to watch TV on this, you have to run it out. There's the antenna in, and the AV plugs are going out with the adapter that came with this into the input. Right here. That is the power cable right there on the second one. Now, I don't know how well this is going to pick up. So, let's see. There we go. There's TV on the portable DVD player. Now, who would use something like this? Well, I guess anyone that's in college, maybe, and someone's bedroom, possibly a child's bedroom. If you don't want them to be able to go online, or an elderly person that needs a DVD player with a screen and to have TV. As you can see, it's picking up just fine. Now, this is the antenna I have on my laptop. Right here. Really small. Not big at all. Now, this is not going to pick up as many channels as that. But the difference is, well, of course, because the antenna. Now, if I hook this up to the antenna that's up there, it actually gets more channels than that. And definitely more channels than this. Yeah, I'm not sure what channel 1 through 8 is. So, I have no idea what that is. The 13s aren't coming in over here. Anytime we try to watch different channels, I would have to adjust the antenna. So basically right now, I'm probably getting 3 channels over here with this little bitty antenna. Now, like any TV, your antenna has a lot to do with what you're going to pick up. Now you're going, why would I rather watch TV on my laptop than on something like that? A variety of reasons. Now you can see it's over there, it's playing over here. A variety of reasons. One, with the TV sticks, if they're hooked up to a good antenna, they do come in really well. And you can see the signals jumping up and down. I don't know if you saw that. Another reason I prefer it on my laptop is because of, I just exited, I need to exit, is because this comes actually with a radio. And I will just turn this up for a second. I do not want to get a copyright strike. You hear that? So, an emergency situation. That's what I'm thinking about. An emergency situation. what you would need to do is have something that can get you some information or a little enjoyment. And the reason I would rather use this is because of the radio function, and that digital converter box has to be plugged in. It has to have power. Unlike these TV sticks, they take the power that's coming from the laptop through the USB plug. So as long as the battery is working on this, I will be able to watch TV. I will be able to listen to the radio. And yes, we do have a radio with batteries and blah blah, all this other stuff. But think about this. Why would I rather have this? Because in a situation where you have no power, this makes more sense. Let's talk about the cost. Alright. This laptop ran me $120. I did put my own operating systems on it. I put Windows XP. That's what it's on now. And I put Linux Mint. I will not update like to Windows 7 or anything like that. Now these are the same shows, but I will not update to Windows 7 because Microsoft will not update anything. But this will work with XP, and I do have Linux Mint on my laptop as a dual boot. An emergency situation where you have to get information, such as have to have a radio or have to have something to do, as long as your laptop battery is holding up or you have a way to charge your laptop battery, you'll have TV as long as the TV stations are up. Now the picture on this, of course, can be adjusted if need be. It's not a bad picture. So yes, you could absolutely use something like this, like in a college dorm room or a child's room or even an elderly person's room that wants to watch TV plus have DVDs and not have a large DVD player or a large TV. Now, the way I connected this, of course, the antenna, the AV or RCA cable that came with this DVD player, plugged into the input right here, and the power cable's right there. Now, before you ask, yes, I did use my adapter, and I did plug it in here to the TV, and I did do a channel scan. Not even the digital converter box would pick up on that setting on the back here where it says TV. Now let's go over the pros and cons of each. Digital converter box needs a much heavier antenna or larger antenna to work properly. It has to have power to it for it to work. And these do have a habit of sometimes freezing. Let's see, that's some of the cons. The pros, you do not have to have a large TV or even a TV itself. If you have a DVD player, a portable DVD player that accepts AV input, so you can watch it on more than just a television. That's a couple good pros. The price, on the other hand, these are around $30 to $35 each. You can find some secondhand used ones. Most of the time they're missing the remote. But you really need that remote. So if you buy one, you really need the remote to help get the settings, to set everything up. The picture's okay. I do have the sound turned down all the way.
Fall down a well?
No. Why would you go there?
Why would you come here? I said, where are my manners? What are you doing here?
Well, I just came by to talk to Kyle. He's been a little angry with me lately.
Kyle?
Yeah.
He's the nicest kid in the world.
Now you're probably going, okay, so why the hell did I even get this? If it has to have power. Well, we do have DC to AC power inverters. We do have our solar setup. And we do have a generator. So we will constantly have power regardless of how we get it. If we have a large stationary antenna that we're looking into getting one, as long as I have some type of power that can go to that, AC power, then this doesn't have to be plugged in. So we will be able to watch something, hopefully, if our antenna picks anything up. Now this. Let's go through the pros and cons of this. Alright, pros. You need no external power source. None. If the power's out, you will have access, using this stick and the program that came with it, access to TV and radio. The picture's not bad. And, of course, with it being a laptop, with a DVD, we can also watch DVDs on here just like we could on there. Of course, the pros on that too, you can put music on a USB flash drive or an SD card. But you can put music on the hard drive here or the flash drive. Unfortunately, this does not have the space for an SD card. But honestly, I don't need it. Because I could actually put anything I want on the hard drive and have it. Even my speakers are USB powered, so they can get pretty loud. Now I do have the volume turned down. Let's get back into full screen.
What's happening?
I'm gonna be a boat sale.
Alright. There's the pros. Battery powered. Just like the DVD player. As long as you're not watching TV on that, it doesn't have to be plugged in as long as the battery's charged. But if you're wanting to watch TV and the power goes out, a digital converter box is not going to help you any. The pros on this, it will run off the battery. As long as the battery is up, the TV will work. Alright, let's go with the cons. The cons of the laptop is generally the battery does not last nearly as long as something like that. That's a huge con. It's a bad thing. But, you know, if you have more than one battery and you're like listening to the radio or something like that, then, you know, I don't know what to say. I mean, it just works. Let's see, another con on this would be, honestly, I don't know. I really don't. The only con I can see on this is the battery life. But the pros outweigh the cons so much. Let's see, the pro, TV, radio, DVDs, music. And one more thing. This stick does not require as big of an antenna as that does, that the converter box. I hooked the converter box up to this RCA, it would not pick up a single channel. I hooked it up to the little bitty antenna right there that I have hooked up to my laptop, watching TV over here. Neither one of these antennas, that one or this little one, would pick up a single channel on that box. So I had to disconnect the antenna from the large TV that's up there to pick up anything. That's another pro. If you don't have a massive antenna, then this works a whole lot better. Alright, let's get back over here and check this out. Alright, let's go with the pros on this. Pros and cons. If you have it hooked up this way, pro, the TV looks good. You can still play DVDs. The volume is so-so. It's decent. It did not sound as good as those, though. But if you were listening to that on the regular laptop battery, not batteries, excuse me, the speakers, it probably would sound about the same as it sounds here. Cons. Will not work without electricity. That box will not work without power. The DVD player will, but the box won't. There's no radio setting. So if you're trying to rely on the radio to keep you informed of stuff, this is not going to work. It takes power. Oh, I was thinking of something else. Antenna has to be much larger to actually pick any channels up. So, can we watch TV on this? Absolutely. Now we do have, like I said, we have solar, we have power inverters that I can hook this up inside the car if we need to. But if we have an antenna strong enough, we're picking up stations if we're in the car on this, I can just plug my laptop in and use the TV stick. That's way more portable than this. Now this is portable, but the box isn't. Like I said, the picture looks decent. I apologize for the glare coming off the TV. So if you want to watch TV on one of these, you'll have to get a digital converter box, a decent enough antenna, or literally high enough to pick a signal up and find the right place, because digital sucks. You'll have to plug it into your import jack, and you can do it. Let's go with cost. Once again, I don't know if I've covered this. I will cover it again. Basically, $30, $35 for one of these. Make sure if you get one, you get it with the remote. You're not going to program these without a remote. It's just too difficult. I forget how much we paid for this. I believe it was around 40, maybe a little bit more. 45 maybe, something like that. I don't remember. But basically $100 right here. Like I said, okay, let me rephrase that. It's anywhere from 70 to 100. It depends on what type of DVD player you get and what type of digital converter box you get. And if you get one used and secondhand without the remote, you may be asking for a lot of trouble. This was actually new, still in the box. And this thing was made, oh hell, when they first started making these boxes, it still had the $40 coupon on it that you could turn in from the government. I mean, that's how old this box is. Can you watch TV? Sure. Let's go with the price of this. minus the antenna, of course, you can find laptops for 120 bucks. And then the TV sticks, you can find them for about 30. So for about 150, $160, you can have the laptop that will go online. You can get the TV stick that will play TV and radio, and it will not need any extra power to run this stick, unlike this. And stay away from RCA antennas like this. They suck. They're really bad. Even that antenna is not the best, but it's much better than this RCA antenna. Anyway, which would you prefer to have? If you were going to get a TV or want a TV to watch in an emergency or just in your room. Because remember, this will play DVDs. This will play CDs. This will play USB flash drives. This will play everything that will play except the SD card. But this will go online. That will not. You can play games on this. Now, they do have the Super Game 300, I believe it's called, that's supposed to play on that, which is some Nintendo games. But the controller that comes with that is just complete junk. Now, on this, you can put all kinds of game emulators. You can put Nintendo, PlayStation. Alright, let's go through some game systems. NES. Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Super Nintendo. Let's go with Dreamcast, Sega Genesis, Sega Game Gear, Sega CD, Sega. There's another Sega I just forget. All right, PlayStation 1. Now on this laptop, it is not strong enough to run PlayStation 2. Because it is only a Core 2 Duo, but it will run PSP. So think about all the games out there you could get to run on this compared to something like that. Now you would have to add an extra purchase of a controller, a USB controller. You can find those around $10 to $12 online. But anything that can do, this can do better. Now, I know I'm rambling. I know this is a boring video. I apologize. But in an emergency, or if you're off time, full-time off-grid, and you have solar, full-time, something like that would be great for you. Because the only thing that would really have to stay plugged in all the time would be the converter box. And if the power went out, as long as that's charged, you can watch DVDs. Now, I do have one fault with this. And let me turn this off and let me get back to the main screen. Because I wanted to talk about something before I forget it. Alright, I did do a one of my videos where I talked about the video formats this played. I want to talk about this. Yes, it will play DivX, DVD. Here's where it's wrong. MPEG-4, it will not play all MPEG-4 files. That's false. In the book that came with this, it says it will play AVIs. That is false. It will not play XVID AVI. It will not play just regular AVI files. I have not got it to play a single one, but it will play DivX AVI. So in the book, don't believe it when it says AVI files, because it only plays DivX AVI. And where it says MPEG-4, Don't expect this thing to play all MPEG-4 files. It will not do it. I've tested that, and some files will not play at all. I mean, it'll load and show the files, but it will not play them. As long as you know what you're getting into with something like this, it's decent. But personally, I would much rather have something like that to where I can watch TV, listen to the radio. I have not found a single file format that I cannot play on my laptop. Plus, I can play games on there, and I do have a controller here. And I can go online with it. Now, you're probably wondering why my Ethernet internet is plugged into the back of the laptop. My Wi-Fi button is bad. It needs to be fixed. I don't have the stuff to fix it, so I just plug it into the back. So if I turn the button on, the Wi-Fi tries to start. It will start. It'll just shut back off because that button on the side that turns the Wi-Fi off and on has a short in it, or the button's just bad, whatever. So it doesn't affect me that much because I have it plugged in. So, I know this video is long. Can you play TV? Of course you can. Just like you can play the Dreamcast and pretty much any console that will plug in to here off the back, like through the RCA jack or RCA cables. Will something like a PS4 play on this? Absolutely not. I've tested that. Unless you get some type of converter, not adapter, but a HDMI to AV converter to a different file format, such as ATSC, something like that. And even then, with the what's the word I'm looking for? With the settings on this, with it only playing a certain screen size and frame rate, I would not try to do something like that, spend a bunch of money to try to hook up something like that to this. Older systems, they work fine. Older game systems, perfectly fine. But something on the new generation, yeah, it's not going to work. And it wouldn't even work on my laptop, most likely. I haven't tried that, and I'm not going to. But, once again, yes, you can play TV on this. Alright, that's it. I'm fixing to go. This video is super long. And, let's get midnight in here. Turd. Alright, I understand this video was really boring. I apologize. But think about the disadvantages and advantages if you're going to do something like this. Even if the power's out, your DVD player will work. But if you buy one of these boxes to watch TV with, your power has to be on for this box to work. Unlike something like this. With a TV stick, it can run straight off the battery of the laptop. And you can still have TV and radio. Alright, that's it. I'm fixing to go. I gotta unhook all this, put everything up. And everyone have a good day. Bye.